Hi everyone, welcome to your April 2024 astrological forecast. So the big news this month is the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries on the 8th. So I will be starting your forecast off with that when you get to it, okay, each individual sign. But also on April 1st, Mercury in Aries turned retrograde and will stay that way up until the 25th when it turns direct. And then on the 5th, Venus moves into Aries, okay? So by the time this eclipse comes along, there will be the Sun, Venus, and Mercury and a new moon all in Aries. So wherever you have Aries in your chart is going to be pretty active for a while, okay? The Sun in Aries up until 19th, right? And then it moves into Taurus on the 19th, and there's a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. Then on the 25th, Mercury turns direct in Aries. Then on the 29th, Venus moves into Taurus, and Venus is the ruling planet of Taurus, so it does really well when it's in its own sign. And on the 30th, Mars moves into Aries, and Mars is also the ruler of Aries, and it does really well when it's there. So, I would like to remind everyone that the weekly forecast is now like a daily forecast, but it only occurs when there is a major aspect for that day. So that's why there isn't a daily video. But we're still calling it like the weekly forecast or whatever. Whatever you want to call it, okay? So be sure to check out my daily forecast shorts. Okay, they're just a short video. And a special shout out to my subscribers. Thank you so much for all your support, your likes and shares and comments and your donations. Everything you guys do for me helps my channel to grow. Okay, I really, really appreciate it. So, now for your forecast. Happy birthday, Aries. So, the new moon solar eclipse is in your sign, in your first house, okay? Mercury is in Aries and it went retrograde on the 1st up until the 25th, so in your first house, right? Your first house of self and personality, okay? With the sun here, obviously you are the center of attention, and now that it's going to be eclipsed, okay, with a new moon on the 8th, okay, the solar eclipse is on the 8th, and Venus moves into your sign on the 5th. So during this whole new moon eclipse, solar eclipse thing, you'll have Mercury retrograde, Venus, and the sun and new moon all in your first house, okay? So, first of all, Mercury retrograde, okay? In your first house, it's a really, really good idea to be careful of anything you say, actually, especially when you are expressing an opinion or giving directions or something like that, instructions. You know, a lot of times when you talk to people, you feel that they understand what you're saying, and a lot of times they really don't. If it's something very, very important, be very explicit about whatever it is you're saying, you know, especially if you're entering into any kind of agreement or arrangement. Okay, not that that's like real big at this time, it's just that when the sun and other, you know, planets are in your first house, especially energized by an eclipse, people just flock to you for some reason or other, right? It draws people in, okay? And plus having Venus in your sign, you know, if you have watched my videos in the past, I always say, you know, if you have Venus in your first house, your own zodiac sign, or your 10th house, you should milk it for all you can, because people see the best side of you. They find you far more appealing now than at any other time. They want to do really nice things for you. You know, people want to buy you, you know, lunch, dinner, drinks, gifts of some kind. Doesn't even have to be just for your birthday. You know, if you had Venus here, it's any other time and it wasn't even your birthday, you would still be on the receiving end of something or other, something Venus related, you know, like a gift. Also, a lot of compliments. You may notice that you're getting a lot more compliments at this time, and some of it could come from strangers, but the majority of it is people that you already know. And I always say, too, if there is someone that you have to talk to about something, and this person is usually uncooperative or just hard to talk to, this would be the time to do that, though, is when Venus is in your own sign. People like to be more agreeable with you. They're more willing to help you or go along with you or do whatever it is that you want to do. Okay? So aside from that, the new moon does bring a new beginning. So this is your new year. Everybody has a new moon and a full moon throughout the year. Okay, so the new moon starts off your year more or less. So it's like from now until, April 8th of next year. Okay, so it's your new beginning. So whatever you start at this time is extremely energized because of the solar eclipse. Okay, a lot of times too, eclipses get rid of things. A lot of times it's a person. So people will say, yeah, he was eclipsed out, or she was eclipsed out of my life. Okay, doesn't always happen, but sometimes it does. So there may be a reason, it's not good or bad. Sometimes people move away, or there's some reason that they're just not around. Okay, but you are like the center of attention right now, and enjoy it while you can. Okay, Mars is still in Pisces until Mars will move into your sign on the 30th. Okay, which will make you even more like really out there. Your presence felt even stronger. And Mars is your ruling planet, so it does well when it's in your sign. Okay, but right now it's in your 12th house of Pisces along with Neptune and Saturn. And I don't remember if I mentioned it last month. I probably did, though. But when Mars is in your 12th house, a lot of times, the 12th house is the house of activities by you or someone else behind the scenes. Okay, so you could be working on something that you're planning on, springing on everyone when Mars enters your first house on the 30th, or even, now that the sun is here, anytime actually. But you could be working on a secret project that you really like, and you're going to do something with it once Mars is in your first house. Also, though, as far as someone working behind the scenes other than you, there could be someone usually within your group of friends, and it's someone that you're aware of them. They are undermining you in some way, or they're trying to turn your friends against you, or get people to not like you, or something very childish, okay? And it's because they're jealous or envious of you. And I'm sure you probably are already aware of this, if you do have someone like that in your life. So just be aware that they're also acting behind the scenes. They're also just as active as you are. So keep that in mind. So whatever it is you are working on, it's probably a good idea to keep it a secret. Maybe you don't want them to know, right? Anyway, so the sun moves into Taurus on the 19th, and Venus moves into Taurus on the 29th, and Jupiter and Uranus are already in Taurus in your second house of earned income and possessions, like how you earn your money, your valuables, and your actual personal values, your feeling of self-worth, your investments, all kinds of stuff. But this is basically a money house, and Venus attracts whatever, okay, good things, Venus related things like money and luxury items. So when it's in your first house, it's already doing that, but when it moves into your second house, you start to see the tangible part of it, So you may receive, again, it could be birthday gifts, but it could be just because, or any kind of gift. It could be an increase in pay for some reason, even though you don't have really anything going on in your chart right now that's work related. You could have just made like a really good investment. Uranus here, along with Jupiter, does bring sudden burst of income, into your life, and sometimes they go out just as fast as they come in. Okay, maybe though, they will actually I believe this could be from an investment, something that you've made, an investment you previously made. You're seeing returns on, if you collect things, you have collectibles, or it's a hobby, or if there's a hobby that you do that is a little bit unusual or different, or not everybody does it, or not everyone even knows how to do it, this would be the time to really start making money from that very thing. Okay, because Mars will eventually move into Taurus, and you'll want to bring in another stream of income when Mars is in your second house. So I think that's how you will do it, with something creative that you do. Okay, there is a full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd. It's in your 8th house. It's directly across from your second house of Taurus, okay? 8th house is shared resources and property, and bank accounts and credit cards, and also shared debt. It's also other people's money and resources, and passive money coming to you through means other than earning it, such as an insurance payout, legal settlement, increase in a loan or credit or something or other, a refund. So that's all. Something could be happening around that full moon if you do share property with someone else, or especially credit cards or bank accounts. There could be a statement that comes in that you're wondering, you didn't make this charge, someone else did, or whatever, or you could even be going over your bank statements that are incorrect due to the fault of the bank or the credit card company even, or an insurance policy that, you find out that you're paying for something you didn't even ask for, whatever, okay? But a full moon is there to get rid of a problem, so you never have to deal with it again. So this is regarding other people's money or resources, or jointly held property, or just money, period, okay? So I don't really think it's all that big of a deal. I don't think you'll have any problems with it. So the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Aries on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Libra, and those days are the 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, or speculation, and anything to do with children is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, 18th, and 30th. The best time for money is the 9th, 10th, 11th, 23rd, 24th, and 25th. The best time for your career is the 1st, 2nd, 28th, 29th, and 30th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 11th, 12th, 13th, 26th, and 27th. So you know what, I do want to make a little bit of a suggestion around that full moon on the 23rd. I would, play the lottery, even if it's just to buy like a rub-off ticket, scratch-off ticket. You can also do this, or actually anytime, especially around the eclipse, around April 8th, a few days before or a few days after. It just might, be worth your while. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for April. Be sure to check out my weekly, daily forecast, or whatever you would like to call them. See ya!